Hi guys, this week we're doing healthy fish and chips, and I was just looking at the recipe and it's like a baked in foil kind of one, but I'm going to do a different version of that, and I'm going to crumb them and still bake them in the oven, but not in foil. But first of all, because it's with wedges, I'm going to chop up the potatoes and put them in an oven at 200 degrees because they'll take the longest to do. So while they're cooking, then I can get all the fish ready. But remember, we're trying to use minimal oil because in the Australian Guide to Healthy Eating, that's eat less of, okay? And what makes them healthy is that they're not deep fried and soaked with all that trans fat. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to chop up my potatoes into wedges. Okay, so here we've got a bowl, our potatoes, olive oil, salt, some smoked paprika, and it says in the recipe garlic salt too. In the recipe it says 2 potatoes and it serves 2 people, but I'm going to do it for the family tonight for dinner, so I'm doubling the recipe because there's 4 of us. So what I'm going to do is cut this potato in half so it's got a flat, and then I'm going to cut each quarter into 3 like that, so you get a nice big wedge. Okay, pop those in. So with each potato you get about 12 wedges, which I think is plenty, but some people may not. Okay, I've cut up, that's actually 3 potatoes. I think that's plenty. I'm going to drizzle some olive oil over it. Not too much, actually. That one looks a bit thick, so I'll cut that one. Okay, some salt. Love salt. And I'm just going to get about a teaspoon of smoky paprika. Then I'm just going to rub that through. Now these need to go into the 200-degree oven for about 40 minutes until nice and soft inside but golden on the outside. Now this is a sweet potato, guys. You can make the same sort of chips with sweet potato, and that's even healthier than the potato because they're lower GI and not as high in carbohydrates. Not that potatoes are bad for you, but sweet potatoes, yeah, just lower carbohydrate and lower GI, so it's a little bit better. So you just do the same with that, but I don't peel potatoes, but I peel sweet potato, and then I just cut them to the length of the chip, and just cut them into nice wedges. Make sure they're all about the same size because you want them to cook at the same time. My family love sweet potato chips, so we usually have sweet potato chips rather than chips, with wedges. So there they are. And you do exactly the same. Pop them on a baking tray and in the oven. So it's exactly the same as the potato. Right, there you are. I've got these beautiful little dory fillets. Sorry, dory. And they're nice white firm fish. They're really quite sweet. I'm going to show you 2 different ways to make healthy fish and chips. I'm going to do the one in foil that's baked, and I'm also going to do a crumbed one. So first of all, I'm going to make the mixture up for the baked one. I've got a bit of parsley and chives. So I'm just going to do a couple of pieces of this, and I'm going to chop that up finely. It's really good to have fresh herbs in your garden because they cost quite a bit in the supermarket. So chop that up nice and finely, and then I'm going to, on the fine side of the grater, grate half of lemon rind. I've got my parsley, chives, lemon rind there. I've got some salt and some pepper and a little bit of butter. I'm not going to put the breadcrumbs in here because I don't eat gluten. I'm going to have these for dinner. So I'm just going to pop a couple of those in there on 2 bits of foil. I'm going to sprinkle that on. a bit of salt. Love salt. Actually, just do a little bit of lemon juice too. So you can make any kind of flavors up with that. You don't have to stick with that recipe. And I'm just going to put a little bit of butter on each one. Be delicious. And a bit of spring onion. Just chop up the spring onion. And what I'm going to do now, that's a bit, okay, is fold it up, make a little parcel. And that will kind of steam and cook when it's ready to go in. Okay. So I've got that ready to go in. That won't take long. Next I'm going to show you is how to crumb the fish. Okay, so here in my bowl, I've got some egg and some breadcrumbs. Now usually you do flour, egg and breadcrumbs to crumb something, but I'm just going to do the egg and breadcrumbs and knit the flour. So I've got my fish, I'm just going to dip it nicely into the egg, coat it completely in the egg. So that's just 2 eggs whisked up, and then into the breadcrumbs. So you want to pat them into, pat the breadcrumbs into the fish to make sure it sticks nicely. And I've got one nice fillet fish, and I'm going to pop it onto the tray. And we continue to do that with each piece. So just finishing off the fish, just with the breadcrumbs, and I've got 3, 6, 8 pieces here. I'll pop them like that. Just rinse off my hands. Now I'm just going to lightly drizzle them with olive oil, and they will be ready to go into, it only comes out very slowly, and I'm going to put some salt as well, and they will be ready to go into the oven with the foiled fish about 10 minutes before the potato and the sweet potato are ready. Okay, I think that my sweet potato and fish are ready now, so I'm just going to bring them all out and get ready to serve up. Now here's my fish. Excuse me. Fish, it's nice and golden brown. And this one here is my foil. It's all nice and steamy in there. And so I'll get some tongs to serve that up. I'm just going to get all the deliciousness out of there. That's enough for one person. And there's all the nice bits and pieces. The juice. Okay. So I've got the dory fillets here that are crumbed. I'm going to put a couple of pieces on there. And I'll now get my potatoes. Now these look delicious. Now they've been in there for nearly an hour now, so I think that they need that long. So they're the potatoes, not the sweet potatoes. Might have a couple of those, and I'll show you the sweet potatoes. Now, they're the sweet potatoes. I always overdo sweet potatoes because I love them kind of crunchy and burnt. Some here. And I've made just a simple salad with mixed lettuce, carrot and tomato. Just, there you go. That's a really super duper healthy fish and chips. Now I also have made a homemade tartare sauce, if you like that. So I made the mayonnaise, but you can just get store-bought mayonnaise, and I've chopped parsley, chives, capers and gherkin pickle through it. So that's some healthy fish and chips. I am going to pop a blob of my tartare sauce on there and ready to enjoy. Thanks guys, hope you enjoy doing that.